Oh, good morning, beautiful world. Happy Wednesday from Australia. Just being present with self. Just allowing. Bit going on in this little mind of mine. For those of you who don't know, I've got quite an active mind, that's for sure. It's a blessing and a curse. I was talking with a mate yesterday, and it's like I've had a couple of people in the last year or so be like, do you think maybe that you've got ADHD? And it's like, I'm sure if I did the test, I would show up as having something, but it's like we all have a little bit of something. That's what makes us unique. It's what gives us our character. I think my current mood in the moment, the thing that comes to mind is somber at the moment. I'm not exactly sure of the definition of somber, but it's what I feel. I just feel a bit heavy at the moment. Some unprocessed emotion sitting in my body. I think yesterday I felt quite frustrated. I believe it comes from the fact that I'm feeling these feelings and these emotions that feel like they're weighing me down, and I've spent a lot of time processing emotion within self and doing a lot of work on myself. And yeah, the inner work's really hard. Like, it definitely is. It's challenging, and to go into the caves that people fear to enter. So the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure that you seek is the saying that I really love, and I've spent a lot of time in the cave, that's for sure. It's hard, it's tough, it's emotional, it's mentally draining, it's physically draining, but it's what lies on the other side of that growth, and it's stuff that can change the trajectory of your future, going into the present and the past and really visiting that. And I think some of the greatest shifts within self have come from going into my childhood and my youth and unpacking a lot of that, and the reasons I do what I do now, and that program that's in my head. A lot of that is in relation to the experiences of life and those formational years and childhood, and those patterns and habits, and they're all sort of like, they're wired into the subconscious mind, and explains a lot of why I do what I do. And it gives me reason as to how I act like I act, and you have those aha moments of along the journey, and it's like it's fascinating to discover and rediscover myself. And I feel at the moment I'm just in this somber mood of, I think the frustration comes from the fact that I do the work on myself, and I'm continually showing up and doing personal growth still, within Set the Standard, doing the calls each week, and all the boys in there, we're supporting each other and delving into the things that are front of mind, and trying to create the greatest lifestyle for ourselves and the people around us and our communities, and just a ripple effect of how that flows on to other parts of our life, and how beautiful life can be, and just becoming kings in our own regard, in our own communities, and people that inspire others. I think it's doing so much of that work, and sometimes I just get frustrated because at the moment I want to invite more love and joy into my 2025, and we are day 8 of 2025, and it's like, I don't want to feel this way, and like fighting that emotion. And when your expectations don't meet your reality, that's when the pain occurs. And it's that the pain is from myself and other people, and in this current moment I want my circumstances to be different. And when there's that discrepancy between your current reality and your expectations, that's where the pain lies. And it's just surrendering to it and accepting that everything is perfect in this moment. It may not make sense, it may be hard, it might be challenging, but all I can do in this moment is surrender to it, accept the people in my world, accept them for who they are, and just allow myself to feel the joy and love, and open my heart to more beautiful people that are currently in my world. And I'm sure there's many more that will come into my vortex. And I think it's about planting the seeds, and they will come, like just continually working on myself and my environment. And I was only thinking of like some content I want to shoot today, and one of those is something that I'm trying to focus on, like 3 pillars at the moment of what I'm doing. And one's personal development, fitness, and nutrition. Fitness is the key one for me, is Ironman. Nutrition is fueling that journey. Personal development is a space that I've been in through events, coaching, books, podcasts, all the materials and experiences that I've had. And I've done a lot of different modalities and trying to help people with sharing my challenges, what I've been through, how I deal with them, stuff that I'm moving through at the moment. And the thing I was thinking too is like, how do you attract your dream partner? I see other people in my age bracket. I'm 35, and I think it's at 30 to 35, and trying to attract the dream partner. I started reading, which I need to revisit and put more time into, but Jay Shetty's book, 8 Rules of Love. Jay's someone that inspires me, and I look up to him as a guide and someone with insight and wisdom that I really value. And I've read his book before, but just revisiting that, and it's like there's the different stages he speaks to, and it's I think that initial phase, which is really good for so many people, is to just find yourself and just find time and separation from your normal environment and people, and just to spend time in solitude. And that's something that I'm really proud of. It's something that I've worked through and spent a lot of time, possibly too much time, but I don't know, is there too much time in solitude? Maybe not. And just to find yourself and what's core to you and what makes you a human. It's not the human doing, it's the human being. What makes you your unique human being? How can you come back to self and find love for self? That's a big one. I think that's the foundation and the building blocks for you as a person, you as a being, challenging yourself, putting yourself in situations where you are on your own, trying new things, experiences, going to the movies by yourself, going to a restaurant, going for a walk, going to the beach, just having that time for yourself. And I think it's something that I'm really really content within self. And I've been at that point where I've been like too content, and it drifts into that space of like, I can survive my life without, having a romantic partner. And it's like, I don't need that in my world. But I think it's that just speaking to myself, we're all different. And I know the impact that a relationship has on me and love, and how core that is to my function, and how much of a change it will invite into my world, and the amount of joy and positivity and growth. And I think coming back to the question would be, how do you attract your dream partner? And I think it's having clarity in self of what you look for in yourself, and having those foundational building blocks of you as a human. And then once you can really have that core structure, and that be content within that, and not rely on someone else, it's like then you can invite the right people. And for me, I've gone through phases of like, I've felt my energy, I've like blocked out people. And a good example for me was Burning Man. Like, it's this crazy experience of like 60,000 people and some beautiful human beings, and some just amazing women there. But it was like I had this force field around me, and it's just, I think it comes from a place of like desperation. And it's like my energy wasn't in the best state, and it's like you just don't attract the right people. And it's I was quite aware of it at the time, and just to come back and to recharge after that experience and have time within self, and then just build on that foundation and like grow from there, and to suddenly be in scenarios where it's like, when I'm least not really expecting it, but it's like, oh, this person comes into my vortex, and I'm like, oh. And I had a moment like in the end of last year at a festival, where I was like, how have I ended up here? Like, this is just, when you step out of your discomfort and go out on your own on this journey, and you invite these people in, you're like, these people are like incredible. It's like, they're so generous and kind and loving, and people that have done the work as well. And you discover, like, through learning more about these people, and you hear about their journey as you spend more time, and it's like a lot of these people have been through like the depths of pain, and no one truly knows the depths of your pain or what you've been through except you. No one will ever extend the full like gravity of it, and our experience is different, and there's no measure of big or small, but you can tell when people have been through some real struggles in their life, and they come out the other side, and then they emerge as like this beautiful butterfly at the other end, and it's inspiring. And I know I've been through a lot of pain in my life, as have many, and it's coming out the other side of that and going on this new journey. And there's been a lot of self-reflection, and a lot of introspect, and finding the love for myself. And something has dropped off a bit lately, but just coming back to like me as a being, and how proud I am and loving of me and nurturing me. That's a big one. We are nurturing the self and the person that I am, and just being proud of me and celebrating me, and giving myself the grace and time to enjoy the journey, and just be grateful for everything I've got in my world. The people that are coming in, welcoming new people, and know that I'm worthy of that. I'm worthy of the love and kindness and generosity, and I feel like I've been giving a lot to the world, and yeah, it's just coming back to me, and it's all the different ways, shapes and forms, and just grateful for my lifestyle, grateful for the gifts that I have, really grateful for my body, what it's capable of. I know there's so many people that would just love to experience what I can do, and continually pushing it and challenging it, and just really proud of the person that I've become and who I'm evolving into, and continually showing up for myself. And I've been challenged lately with some pretty big hits, and I think it's easy just to drift off path and let these things derail you. And I've had a bit of time to just like taper it back, and I haven't stopped though. Like, I'm still training, I'm still working on my content. I know that I've slipped a little bit lately and haven't met my standards that I'd like to, but that's okay too. And being aware of it, and knowing that today's a new day, and today I can choose to show up and still be part of this, still turn up and pray and send love and kindness to others, and know that in return that it will come back to me, and it's all we can do. Happy Wednesday. Have an amazing day, world.